For centuries, archaeologists and historians have grappled with the enigma of the Roman Dodecahedron, a small, hollow bronze or copper alloy object characterized by its 12 pentagonal faces, each adorned with a different arrangement of holes. These enigmatic artifacts, numbering around 100, are primarily found across the Roman Empire, concentrated in areas of modern-day France, Germany, Switzerland, and Austria, but with scattered examples extending as far as Turkey and Britain. Their existence is perplexing because they lack any clear, agreed-upon function, defying easy categorization as tools, weapons, or everyday objects, and leaving their creators' intentions shrouded in mystery. The first dodecahedra were discovered in the early 19th century, but their significance remained largely unappreciated until the mid-20th century, when the growing number of finds began to raise questions about their prevalence. Early theories often dismissed them as children's toys or religious charms, but the uniformity in their design and distribution suggests a purpose more complex than simple playthings or superstitious trinkets. The sheer number of dodecahedra found, combined with their relatively standardized design, points to a deliberate manufacturing process and a potentially widespread use, or at least a shared cultural understanding. The dimensions of the dodecahedra vary, typically ranging from 4 to 11 centimeters in diameter, and their weight can fluctuate between 100 and 600 grams, though a common size is around 6-8 centimeters. While the majority are crafted from bronze or copper alloys, a few rare examples have been found made of silver, indicating a potential indication of status or wealth. The holes themselves are consistently arranged, typically featuring one or more of the following patterns: a central hole, holes on alternating faces, and groups of 3, 4, or 5 holes on individual faces. The presence of these holes is crucial to understanding the dodecahedra. They are not merely decorative, but likely integral to their intended function, however obscure that function may be. Numerous theories have been proposed to explain the dodecahedron's purpose, ranging from practical tools to complex astronomical instruments and religious artifacts, yet none have gained universal acceptance. One of the earliest and most enduring theories suggests that the dodecahedra were used as dice, particularly for games of chance played by Roman soldiers and citizens. This theory is based on the idea that the whole arrangements could represent different numbers, allowing players to roll the dodecahedron and determine their fate. However, the mathematical complexity of some of the hole patterns makes it difficult to assign simple numerical values, and the number of possible combinations is too vast for a straightforward dice game. Another prominent theory proposes that the dodecahedra were sophisticated astronomical instruments used for navigation and timekeeping, particularly for calculating the positions of the sun and stars. This theory suggests that the holes could have been aligned with specific constellations or solar points, allowing users to determine the time of year, the position of the sun, or the location of celestial bodies. The symmetry of the dodecahedron, with its 12 pentagonal faces, could have been linked to the zodiac signs or other cosmological beliefs prevalent in Roman culture. However, the precision required for accurate astronomical calculations using such a device would have been challenging to achieve with the available technology, and there's limited archaeological evidence to support this claim. A more recent theory suggests that the dodecahedra may have been related to Roman surveying and land measurement, particularly for determining the location of property boundaries or calculating distances. The precise angles and geometric relationships between the faces could have been utilized to establish right angles or calculate slopes, although the practicality of this application remains debated. Some scholars propose a link to Roman religious beliefs and practices, suggesting that the dodecahedra were used as ritual objects or amulets intended to invoke the protection of specific deities. The number 12 itself held symbolic significance in Roman culture, representing completeness and cosmic order, which could have contributed to the dodecahedron's association with religious beliefs. The various hole arrangements might have corresponded to different deities or astrological signs, granting the wearer or holder a specific blessing or protection. However, there is no direct textual or archaeological evidence to conclusively link the dodecahedra to specific Roman religious practices, making this theory speculative. The relative scarcity of find locations outside the core Roman Empire, along with the limited distribution within those areas, raises questions about the object's true purpose and geographic significance. It's possible that the dodecahedra were produced in specific workshops and distributed along trade routes or military campaigns, rather than being widely used by the general population. The consistency in design across different regions suggests a central authority or standardized manufacturing process, indicating a deliberate and controlled distribution. The lack of wear and tear on many of the dodecahedra suggests that they may not have been subjected to frequent use, potentially indicating a ceremonial or symbolic function rather than a practical one. The possibility that the dodecahedra served a function now lost to history, a purpose unfamiliar to modern understanding, remains a compelling possibility. Further research, including detailed metallurgical analysis, 3D scanning, and comparative studies of similar artifacts, may yield new insights into the mystery of the Roman dodecahedron. The study of Roman dodecahedra continues to fascinate researchers and enthusiasts alike as they strive to unravel the enigma of this unique and enigmatic artifact. The Roman dodecahedron serves as a tangible reminder of the ingenuity and mystery of the Roman world, a culture that left behind countless unanswered questions and intriguing puzzles.